This man called himself the leader of the Netherlands, but never was. A man who dreamed of a fascist future, a loyal servant to Hitler's regime. Anton Mussert founded the National Socialist Movement and betrayed the Netherlands into one of its darkest chapters. But how did he rise to power? And how did his story end? This is the shocking tale of Anton Mussert, the Dutch collaborator. Anton Mussert was born on the 11th of May 1994 in Werkendam, the Netherlands. A brilliant engineer by training, he had a promising career in civil engineering, but politics fascinated him more than infrastructure. In the year 1931, he founded the National Socialist Movement, also known as the NSB. The party was heavily inspired by Mussolini's fascism and Hitler's Nazi ideology. By the mid-1930s, the National Socialist Movement had gained traction, attracting thousands of supporters. Mussert promised order, discipline, and a powerful Netherlands. But many Dutch citizens saw the National Socialist Movement as a threat to democracy. Mussert's private life was as controversial as his politics. In the year 1927, he married Maria Whitlam, his own aunt, who was 18 years older than him. Legally allowed, but socially shocking, Maria had a son from a previous marriage, making him both Mussert's stepson and nephew at the same time. But that wasn't all. Mussert also had a romantic relationship with his niece, Wil Schouten, the daughter of Maria's sister. This meant Wil was both his niece by blood and by marriage. While his marriage to Maria remained official, many believed that Wil was his true love. Their unusual family ties raised eyebrows, even among his supporters. On the 10th of May 1940, Hitler invaded the Netherlands. While Queen Wilhelmina and the government fled to London, Mussert saw his chance. He pledged loyalty to the Nazis, calling Hitler the greatest man in European history, and hoped to be appointed as the leader of the Netherlands. But Hitler had no real respect for him. Instead of making Mussert a Dutch Führer, the Nazis put Austrian SS officer Arthur Seyss-Inquart in charge. Mussert was nothing more than a puppet. Under his leadership, the National Socialist Movement actively helped the Nazis deport thousands of Dutch Jews to concentration camps. His party collaborated with the Gestapo, and Dutch SS members fought for Hitler on the Eastern Front. By the year 1944, the tide of war had turned. The National Socialist Movement started to crumble, and when the Netherlands was liberated in May of 1945, it was over. Mussert was arrested and imprisoned in The Hague. The Dutch people despised him. Branded the nation's biggest traitor, Mussert was put on trial for treason. In the year 1946, he was sentenced to death. On the 7th of May 1946, Anton Mussert was executed by firing squad at the Wilsdorper Vlakte, a site used for Nazi executions during the war. His last words? "I die like a man." Today, Anton Mussert is remembered as one of the most cowardice figures in Dutch history, a man who sold out his own country for a failed ideology. His dream of ruling the Netherlands died with him, buried in shame and disgrace. But what do you think? Was Mussert a true believer in fascism, or just an opportunist who picked the wrong side of history? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting history stories.